Hi, I'm Ray Pletcher, and this is my review of the 1950 film Sunset Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard was directed by Billy Wilder, and basically the premise of this film is that this struggling screenwriter, Joe Gills, played by William Holden, finds himself fed up with the world of Hollywood as he can't get any scripts sold, and so he decides to leave, and he's chased by the car company because they want their car back, but he decides not to give it back to them because of his resentment and towards the idea of not being mobile, which I think many people could relate to today. But anyways, his car breaks down eventually, and he finds himself stepping into this very interesting world as he enters this mansion that he pulls up to and finds that it's the home of Norma Desmond, this very famous actress from the silent film era who now lives as a shut-in and such. He finds her to be a very vain, pretentious type person, and she has this butler, Max, who's very protective of her and makes sure that she doesn't feel threatened in any way at any such time. And so she offers him a job, she offers Joe a job to polish up the screenplay she's been working on to try to make a comeback in the Hollywood world. So he decides to take the job because there's a lot of money involved, but he kind of resents the idea of staying there because she makes him stay there in order to write the screenplay. However, he wants the money, so he takes the job, and as he stays there and spends his free time with her, he finds her very repelling, or on the other end, Norma kind of falls in love with him. So this makes her a very curious character interactions throughout the film, and eventually one night as Norma tries to woo him, he kind of finds himself fed up with her and decides to leave. So he finds his friend on New Year's Eve and tries to become roommates with him. However, after his proposal is accepted by his friend, his friend's soon-to-be fiance, Betty Schaefer, talks to him and says that she likes his idea on one of the scripts about a teacher, and she's interested in developing that into a project. However, their conversation kind of results in a more of a flirtatious type interaction, and that gets interrupted when Max the butler from Norma's mansion calls and tells him that Norma tried to commit suicide with his razors that he had in his room. So Joe returns to the mansion and he feels guilty about this, and so his fondness for Norma kind of develops more and such. So they take the script to Paramount for the film, and one of the bosses there, one of the film directors, takes pity on Norma because he made her into a star back in the day and feels like she's been rejected by the film community now and such, and so he works to try and let her down easy, but she is so vain and such that she doesn't even take the hint. And so Max finds out that Paramount was only interested in talking to her because they wanted to rent her car, which is an old car, for one of her movies. So he doesn't want to let her know this because she would just feel old and like an antique if she heard this news, which is very understandable. And so he tells Joe this, and they two decide to keep it quiet for now. So Joe goes on the path of deciding to work with Betty Schaefer to write this screenplay with her. The two kind of find themselves falling in love with each other as they do it, and as they write the screenplay. And so Norma finds out he's sneaking out every night, and she is very jealous, and that results in a whole host of complications and such. And all these tensions and conflicts that rise over the film, they create a very climactic ending. And it's not a happy one, but on the contrary, a very traumatic one, and one that finally finds the spotlight shed on Norma. And so I think that this film is a very good film, though it might not be in everyone's line of taste, but it's very interesting to watch the interactions between two characters evolve throughout the course of the film and find revelations happening as we learn more about the characters in the film. And I would say that it's worth a watch. And that's my review of Sunset Boulevard. Thanks for watching.